Director's take welcoming Venture to Overwatch. Hello, it's been a while since my last blog, but we've been hard at work. Let's get right into it. First off, I am thrilled that you have welcomed our newest hero, Venture, to the lineup. Venture's ecstatic personality has charmed many of you, and you have already asked us so many questions about their backstory and personality. While I am unsure if they like to munch on rocks, they have drilled their way to being the top picked hero in quick play this past weekend. Well, I hope so. It's the new character. Imagine if the new character was released and it wasn't the most picked. That would be kind of weird. We'll be revealing more about Venture's story and how they develop shortly after Season 10 launches. One of the biggest reasons so many of us instantly fell in love with Venture is the incredible voice talent of Valerie Rodriguez. Or Valeria? Is that how you say it? Valeria? Valeria, yeah. When we saw how much energy they could put into their voice and how they match Venture's personality perfectly. We are also thrilled that many of you have welcomed the Valeria. Sounds like a hidden gem. Have you picked up Valeria? Oh, I thought it was Valerie. Sorry, chat. I've never seen this name before. Watching all of your reactions from the hero trial, we're happy with how Venture's initial kit turned out. The team was really happy with where Venture landed from a balanced perspective during the trial, and it gives us confidence that they could release early into competitive. Really? I felt like Venture was actually underpowered. Venture didn't really feel that strong. That's weird. I felt like there was a lot of easy counters to Venture as well. I don't know. We'll see how. I don't know how this is gonna play out. I'm pretty sure the character is gonna get buffs when released in the comp or released into the game. I don't know. Like, comparing this character to when Maga was released, Maga I feel like was more of a problem to deal with than Venture. But yeah, we're still deciding on how early. But we feel like they're in a suitable spate, fun to play and fair to use against. While we don't foresee needing to make many changes to their kit, we're also going to be listening closely to your thoughts on how Venture is doing in-game. Okay. We've heard a lot of feedback that you like the tempo momentum Venture brings, being able to engage and disengage in fights, but we're looking at tweaking a few things Venture at the start of Season 10. Okay, yeah, I was about to say, there's no way they release the character just like that, right? First, we're slightly shifting some of their burst damage from their drill dash and clobber, their melee, into damage over time. Next, we're looking to reduce the vertical knockback of tectonic shock. Alongside those minor changes to Venture, we have a number of hero changes coming in Season 10. Starting with our tanks. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. We're upping the impact of Junker Queen's Carnage and Reinhardt's Earthshatter. Oh shit. So both abilities cut through better in the post Season 9 world. The biggest tank changes coming into Season 10 though are for Wrecking Ball. Oh no, we're gonna make Wrecking Ball a fucking, oh no, chat. Watch, Wrecking Ball is gonna be the strongest character in Season 10. Watch, and it's gonna be so boring to play against. There are some great improvements to Wrecking Ball's grappling hook, including a new reduced cooldown when not entering ramming speed, and the ability to retract itself to where the grapple is attached by holding down primary fire or jump. What? There are also some changes to adaptive shields. Now, after using adaptive shields, you can reactivate the ability to transfer up to 300 overhealth to nearby allies, capped at 75 overhealth per ally. What? Bro, Wrecking Ball's gonna be broken, bro! Nah, dude. Wrecking Ball is going to be broken. This change should give Wrecking Ball more capability of protecting his allies and initiating engagements and defining features of what we want to see in tanks. Chat, Wrecking Ball's gonna be meta. As soon as Season 10 hits, Wrecking Ball's gonna be meta. Where's Yeatle, bro? I gotta be friends with Yeatle. Oh, okay, chat. Let's see what's gonna be done to us. For our damage heroes, there will be some light adjustments to Sombra and Tracer. No, not my baby girl Tracer. Sombra's virus damage is taking a small hit on the damage over time, 100 to 90, since the ability has more upfront burst. Tracer has been quite strong since Season 9 changes. Please don't say it, chat. Please don't say it. She's one of the least touched heroes in the Overwatch's history. Well, I mean, I think she's somewhat balanced. She's a very high skilled character like Genji. Takes a lot to master Tracer. Her kit flows spectacularly well. We are looking at some light changes for her right now to make her slightly more punishable and require more precision. Ooh, I wonder what they're gonna cook up for Tracer, chat. I'm really interested. I'm really interested. Moving on to support. I don't know. They made a typo right there. It's supposed to be healer for some reason. I don't know why they typed support. Okay, moving on to healer, chat. We are looking at shifts in power for Moira, Lucio, and Alari. Wow, that's actually... Well, I mean, Lucio, I understand. Moira's a really good character for, like, overall, so I can see that. And Alari, they buffed Alari recently, so I guess they're gonna nerf her back. That means taking power from one part of their kit and funneling it into another to somewhat maintain the overall power budget of the hero. Alari, for an example, is receiving a slight nerf to her primary fire recovery time, 0.2 to 0.25 seconds, but giving her more power back to her secondary fire heal and increases HPS from 105 to 115. Good! Taking the character's damage away and putting it into the healing is what they should be doing with all the characters. You know what I'm saying? Take away the damage, make it less, or the primary fire recovery time, and put it into the healing, chat. That's a good change. There are also some slight buffs for Lifeweaver as we continue to evaluate where healthy power can be injected to in his kit. Lifeweaver changes, chat. Ooh. No one wants to play healer? That's not true. When I played World of Warcraft, I was a healer. Many of you may seen the recent developer update this month, but we're just excited as you are for those changes, including heroes no longer being locked behind the battle pass. We're incredibly excited about Season 10, and we've gotten more changes that'll make Overwatch more fun for everyone in the next season and throughout the year. Yo, bro, I don't know about you guys, but I've actually been enjoying Overwatch's fucking new direction lately. Overwatch's new direction has been really, like, they're improving the game dramatically. And it's good. It's nice to see. We'll have another developer update coming out tomorrow, which is today. We're going to look at it, chat, which will touch on things that we're doing for competitive and updates that we're going to that we're doing to make Overwatch a more safe and inclusive experience for everyone. So I hope you check it out. That's all I got for now. Can't wait to see all of you jump into Season 10, which begins April 16th. Thanks, and let's make a great game. Group Up, the latest developer update, has arrived. Join senior systems designer Gavin Winter. I love Gavin. Gavin is so fucking cool. He sometimes comes on the stream. I don't know if you guys see him in chat. He's so fucking cool. He's a really smart guy to talk to. And senior research scientist Natasha Miller as they break down some of the competitive and reporting system changes coming to Overwatch 2. Now, Gavin is so fucking cool, chat. Sometimes when I go to the Creator Summit, Gavin is so fucking fun to talk to. He is a really smart guy. Okay, so he was on stream actually a few times. I don't know if you guys remember. He's been on my stream a few times.
Hey everyone, I'm Gavin Winter, Senior Systems Designer on the Overwatch team. We're back with another developer update to talk to you a little bit about some of the upcoming competitive changes. My teammate, Senior Research Scientist Natasha Miller, will tell us about updates to Defense Matrix a little later.
Is that a Symmetra t-shirt? That's clean. I hate Symmetra, but that's kind of clean. I don't hate Symmetra. I hate the Symmetra community. They're weird.
A few weeks ago, we heard from Aaron that heroes are coming out of the Battle Pass and they'll be available for free the day they launch. He also talked about the new Mythic shop as well as the upcoming Clash playtest. He closed with a little sneak peek at what we're covering in this developer update.
Wait, this is the new map, chat. This is Hanaoka. I love this map. Bro, this map, dude, I'm sorry, but Hanamura is beautiful, chat, and I'm so glad they're bringing the aesthetic back to Hanaoka, bro. The cherry blossoms, the architecture, everything is just so beautiful about this map, bro. It's beautiful. Okay, let's see
Clash playtest. He closed with a little sneak peek at what we're covering in this developer update. Season 10 is just around the corner, and we're excited to share these changes with you, starting with how we're updating the way you can play with friends this season. So let's talk about exactly how that'll work. We think Overwatch is at its best when you're playing with friends.
Thank you. It's only been a few years since they only allowed us to duo queue in GM. Finally, I can play with my friends.
So our new system in Season 10 lets any rank group with any other rank.
Oh, chat, we're gonna have to do some content together. I think sometimes I'm gonna want to queue with you guys. If you guys are, I wanna play some.
Means, for example, if you're Plat and you've never been able to group with your friend in Bronze, you will be able to do that now. We'd refer to your group as a wide group because you and your friend are pretty far apart. There are some trade-offs for wide groups though. They only play against other wide groups, the queue times could be longer, and the matches will be sillier. We'll still use our role delta tech to try to match you against similarly shaped groups. So if you're a Plat tank and your friend is a Bronze support, we'll try to find another Plat tank and Bronze support to match you two against. At the end of a wide match, you'll—
I feel like this system could be really like abused though. Yeah.
See a new modifier just for this system. Avoiding boosting is really important to us.
Oh,
so
they were just talking about it.
The wider your group is, the less your rank will change after any match. If you're Bronze and you're grouped with a champion player, you can expect almost no change to your rank, regardless of the outcome.
Wait, that's actually kind of fucking cool. That's clean. That is clean. So they were just thinking about that. Wait a minute.
We expect all this to be a huge match quality win for our solo players.
Oh my god, why is this guy
they'll
like
never
Doom
play
posting?
against wide groups. We think of groups that are close in rank as narrow. So narrow matches will only be solos and narrow groups. All this means that you'll be able to choose whether you want to prioritize the highest match quality or playing with friends. We're also expecting to see fewer smurfs after these changes too, since we know some players were only creating alt accounts to play competitive with their friends. We've heard your request for
Seems
more void
logical.
slots, but having more than 3 in our current system breaks matchmaking for high-skilled players. We realize that basing our avoid count on that restriction hamstrings the system for 99% of players though. So to add all the new features we're about to discuss, we had to rethink what it means to avoid players from the ground up. First off,
What? 10 avoid slots? Holy shit, bro, that is crazy. Pinned avoid players are never replaced when new avoided players are added on the list. New avoided players are replaced the oldest pin on. Oh wait, the new avoided players replace the oldest unpinned avoided players on the list. So most likely to be avoided is the avoided player number 1. Least likely. Why do I have this on? Least likely to be avoided.
we're increasing the number of avoid slots to 10. We're also going to let you pin some avoided players so that they never fall off your list. The trade-off we make to get these features—
Wait.
Pin some avoided players.
Wait, so if you pin some players on your avoid list, they never come off your avoid list?
That they never fall off your list. The trade-off we make to get these features is related to our next new feature.
Is that like a perma avoid? What the
You'll now be able to prioritize your avoid list, where players at the top are most likely to be avoided. For players below Grandmaster, that's most of us, you can expect all 10 avoid slots to be reliable, but we still want to give you the tools to organize your list by how much you dislike the players on it. For our high skill players, this feature is particularly important because if we can't find a balanced match, we'll start ignoring players at the bottom of the list in order as queue time increases.
Wait, that's actually kind of fucking clean. Wait, that's actually kind of fucking clean. I like how they set this up.
Another area we're addressing will bring changes to our lever penalties for unranked and competitive play. Right now, on the unranked side, our penalties kick in when you leave 4 out of your last 20 games and get worse when you leave 6 out of 20. We aren't changing those, but we are adding a more lenient 5-minute penalty if you've left 2 out of 20, and a much more harsh 48-hour penalty if you've left 10 out of your last 20 games. Now, there aren't a lot of players leaving more than 50% of their matches, but they—
Unranked game modes. If you leave one game out of your last 20, you get a warning. 2 to 3 games, you get a 5-minute timeout. 4 to 5 games, you get 20-minute timeout. 6 to 9 games, 4 hours. And then 10 plus games, 48. I don't know. I don't agree with chat. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I feel like people should be able to play quick play and then leave whenever they want. That's why it's called quick play. If you play a fucking game, you could leave whenever you want. Like, that's how it should be. You should not get penalized for leaving an unranked game mode. And if you are sitting there and you're like, but it's ruining my games and quick play's quick play. It's not competitive. If you want a competitive game where no one leaves fucking your games, play ranked. Quick play is not a fucking ranked game mode. Okay, competitive play though. You guys can't see it because my face cam. But if you leave one game, you get a 15-minute ban or timeout. If you leave 2 games, that 15 goes to 2 hours. 3 games is 8 hours. 4 games left is 20 hours. 5 games left is a competitive season ban. And then 10 games left throughout the season, competitive season ban. How can you get banned twice for the season? I don't get it. How do you get a competitive season ban and then another competitive season ban? Oh, is it out of your last 20? But yeah, if you get a competitive season ban, do you go play quick play for 20 games and then refresh those 20 games played and then go play another? Bro, I don't understand this. I don't also leave games, chat. If you leave 5 games out of your most recent games played, you get a competitive season ban. But if you leave 10 games throughout the 10 games throughout the season. Okay, never mind. Never mind.
Do exist, and we think the game would be
5 games left in a short period of time, and then 10 throughout the whole season. Yeah, I got that. I got that. J3 leaves everyone except for his games. You know what? No, it's more like they all leave first.
better without them most of the time. On the competitive side, we're closing another edge case by suspending any players that leave more than 10 matches a season. We're also going to start counting matches completed in competitive toward the 20-game window for unranked. Finally, I want to talk to you about our improved anonymity features. We already had a streamer mode, but we're making this feature more useful to all players, not just streamers. Right now, this feature is client-side only, which means it only changes how players' names appear on your screen. The big change we're making is adding server-side functionality, which means we'll change how your name appears on everyone's screens in your match.
That's how it should have been when it was first released, but at least they're changing it. Whatever, W.
I think this is great for players who may experience harassment because of their battle tag and just want to queue up without any chance of that happening. Don't forget to report players that harass you or anyone else, though. And speaking of reporting, don't worry. Players in streamer mode being disruptive in text chat or voice can still be reported, avoided, and blocked, and penalties will still apply to them in exactly the same way as normal.
Whoa, that's funny.
Because we still know their name behind the scenes. Next, Natasha will talk to you about our main initiatives to combat disruptive behavior.
Thank you, Gavin. Hiya, I'm Natasha Miller, a senior research scientist at Blizzard working on Defense Matrix for Overwatch. While we are always working in many areas of combating disruptive behavior, today I want to talk about disruptive chat. I'll also touch on some of the tools that we're improving to help keep the community safe. Disruptive chat can really negatively affect someone's experience in-game. In our focus to curb this disruptive behavior, we are taking a multi-pronged approach that will roll out over several seasons.
The one thing I have to say about this, though, is that Overwatch does like to babysit their game, and I don't like how they, like, you can't stop toxicity, man. And I think if you, I don't know.
Today, I'll discuss the first two coming out in the next few seasons. In our first approach, we will prevent players at endorsement level 0 from using text or voice chat. To be clear.
But that's even worse! If they're not in text or voice chat and they're playing comp, you can't talk to your teammates! That's what I mean! That's not good! That's not good!
The only way to get to endorsement level 0 is by having your account actioned for an in-game infraction. Even brand new players start at endorsement level 1. So these are players that have proven themselves to be bad actors, so much so in the past that they received a penalty. This feature would allow those players to
It's just a silence, but that's what I'm talking about, Meg. There's a lot of people in my ranked games who are silenced and they're not in voice chat. Like, if you're silenced, you shouldn't be able to talk in voice chat, but you should still be able to join voice chat so you can hear comms and communication. At least you can't talk to your team, but you should be able to still listen. I don't want people who slur to join voice chat. Did you not just listen to me? Okay, let me repeat it again. So if they slur and get timed out and they can't use voice chat, they should still be able to listen and make and listen to the comms, but not make comms, so you could communicate. Oh my god. Never mind. That's your opinion. Okay, you know what? It's your opinion. That's my opinion. We're just gonna leave it at that. But for the competitive integrity of the game, if you are silenced, you should still be able to join your voice comms so you can listen to your teammates. It's not good for your teammates to have, like, if I had the option to have a good player not in voice, or a good player who, or a lesser good player who's in voice, I would rather take the lesser player who can actually communicate and make strats.
Take a forced break in team and match channels until they work their way back up to endorsement level 1. And from there, in all higher levels, chat would work as it did before. Remember, the best way to work your way back up to endorsement level 1 is to demonstrate good teamwork by trying your best, helping your team, and using the in-game ping system. In our second approach, we will remove chat functionality for spectators. Spectators don't have an in-game need to use the chat channels, and by removing their ability to chat, we remove...
The only thing I can think about this is, yeah, that doesn't apply to comp, but what happens if there's a coach, like Gavin said on Emong's chat a while ago that custom games are excluded for that. Okay.
Move a channel that is increasingly being used by bad actors. Along with these improvements, we are looking at making it easier and faster to report any reportable offense mid-match. At the moment, our numbers indicate that most reporting is done towards the end or post-match. And one reason for this is that it's not quick to report mid-match. However, this could put pressure on players to remember that they need to report, who to report, and what to report them for, all after the match. And at that point, they are likely more interested in just starting the next match. So we are hoping that by making it faster to report mid-match, more players will use the reporting system. This is very important because we rely on players to help us know what is happening in matches so that our mitigation systems can be more effective and reliable, overall making Overwatch a safer community for everyone. Player feedback is a vital part of improving and optimizing these types of features. So we want to create even more avenues for you to share your thoughts with us. In Season 11, we're introducing the first iteration of player surveys into Overwatch 2. This won't happen after every game because survey participants will be chosen at random among the player base. The survey will be prompted after the progression screen at the end of match flow. This means that you'll be able to watch the play of the game, give endorsements, and review progression without getting interrupted. Once the progression screen is closed, the survey will prompt the player for their feedback. Both console and PC players will get the option to give us feedback via a QR code. PC players may also choose to open the link in a separate browser. Surveys will ask questions about the game, including new modes, events, features, and how you feel about the way we're mitigating disruptive play. We're excited for this feature, and we look forward to continuing to improve the game as we gather your feedback. These are just a few of the things we have been working on in this space. We will continue to bring you updates on our progress mitigating disruptive behavior via the Defense Matrix blogs, which will get a refresh in the coming seasons to include even more on the impact this work is having in the community through transparency metrics. Defense Matrix and competitive will always be core to Overwatch, and we'll continue iterating, improving, and of course listening closely to your feedback on these systems. So please keep sharing your thoughts with us, and we can't wait to show you what we've been working on in Season 10 and beyond. See you soon!
Natasha said you will not be getting an outtake out of me today.
Well, that clip just came off. Any reportable event
And they get worse.
every
Bro, this stuff is hard to do. I can't
and
do it.
reliable.
You got so close to the end.
All right, he's coming back for another pass.
Circling.
It's turning around.
Bro, I hate recording myself, man. I have to do so many tanks. Takes. Not tanks, chat. Not tanks. Okay, friends. YouTube thinks you might like this next video, so let me know if they're right.